I'm joined today by James and Jonathan from Accountancy Manager. They're going to talk to you about the new workflow release in their product. So I'll pass you over to these guys, and then we'll see how we get on and see what information we can find out about the new release.
Perfect. Thanks so much, Mark. James, I suppose I'll kick off. I know you're going to give a bit of an overview about the actual functionality of the new feature in a moment, but I suppose what I wanted to say was how the new tool came about, and really it's all come from user feedback. At the heart of Accountancy Manager is our users, and we do generally listen to our users. We put a lot of dev time into dedicating resources towards developing new features that have been requested by our users. It's James and his team that kind of listen to the user feedback and then dictate what's going to get worked on. And really, workflow is something that's been requested for a while now, and we really appreciate our users for giving us that feedback to start with, and I suppose secondly for bearing with us whilst we've been working on it. Obviously, we're really proud of the content that we're able to bring to the market now, and we believe it's worth the wait. And James, I suppose I'll hand over to you to kind of give a bit of an overview.
Yeah, absolutely. Cheers, John. So as the AM user base know Accountancy Manager at the moment, the task list is a central focal point, listing out every task that the accountant or user has to complete. Tasks currently have breakdowns, so these are simple checkboxes that allow the user to check off or to create a list and check off different steps within the task. What workflow does, it really expands on that and gives the practice managers and users as a whole a lot more control over what needs to be done under a task, and breaks that down into individual deliverable items of work. So the core of Accountancy Manager's workflow feature are workflow templates. These are almost global standard operating procedures to deliver a given task or service. You can create multiple workflow templates, each with individual subtasks that break it down. These subtasks can be allocated over to different individuals. So you might have an individual within your practice that is responsible for submissions. You could assign a subtask to that individual, whereas you may want the client manager to sign off prior to submission. You can dynamically associate the subtasks to the client managers. So say you've got a task or a client that's under client manager A, that subtask will always be related to him, and it will be his duty to mark that subtask as complete. So the global workflow templates allow you to roll that out across all of your clients. Now, if you want to deliver more bespoke work for your clients, you can create client-specific templates. This, again, works on the same premise of a defined list of objectives that need to be completed in order to deliver the task, but you can tweak it and apply it to an individual client. That's giving you the control to deliver really bespoke services to your clients. And I think it's really important in this day and age, as we're starting to move towards a bit more of a productized approach to delivering services, that you can really lay out exactly what your standard is in delivering service to your client. While you've got the workflow templates, which will be applied, and every time they're applied, you'll get exactly the same template or workflow against the task. You can create ad hoc workflows. So where you've got a task, if you create an ad hoc workflow, you can assign different subtasks or different part of that workflow to different members of your team. When the member of that team then lands on their task list, the overarching task will pop up so that they'll know that there is a piece of work that needs to be completed in order to deliver that task. That's workflow in a nutshell. I hope that explained it sufficiently.
Yeah, that's brilliant. So just a couple of thoughts from my perspective. Is there automation? So there's going to be rerun of stuff that happens every year. Is that part of it?
Yeah, absolutely. So where you've got a service task that's generated on it might be a quarterly, weekly, or indeed annually. The workflow template is associated to, say, your company's house submission task. Every time that company's house submission task is generated, that workflow template will be used to create a workflow for that particular task.
Excellent. Is there any dashboards as well to see what people have completed and where stages are at the moment, or is that?
So we do have some development in the pipeline for a dashboard widget. You may be aware that we revamped our dashboard about 6 months back. However, as I say, the task list really is that central focal point.
Right.
In delivering workflow, we recreated the task list and reimagined it as a new, much more interactive element of the system. We've got really powerful filtering so that our users can really narrow down into exactly what they want to see, the ability to bookmark it, so they can have different views of the task dependent on the staff that they want to view, the services that they want to view, tasks in different stages of completion. The task list really allows them to narrow down and view exactly what they want to see.
Excellent. Have you had any sort of users in demo of this? Have they been trialing it? Has anybody been trialing it yet?
Oh, we have. Yeah, we've had. I think we've got about 70 accounts that are working on it in beta. Feedback from our accounts has been great. We've held multiple user sessions where we've been taking on board feedback, making tweaks here and there, improving the usability. We've implemented different features within Accountancy Manager, so you may see the little feedback widget at the side. All of that feedback comes through to myself and my team, which we then prioritise and action appropriately. So really, it's been collaborative with our users in the development of workflow.
Excellent. And is there one? Sorry, Jonathan, did you want to?
I was just going to jump in there and just kind of say about this is a similar sort of approach that we took with the task list.
Yeah.
And AM users will recognise that we recently launched the redesigned task list. We took on some board feedback, and we've already redeployed that with those updates that users have been asked for. And I think users would agree it's a much better, more functional position than in line with what they've asked for.
Excellent. And is there any one feature that's stuck out the most for people, or any one benefit that they've found most useful?
I'd say the way that we've actually managed the subtask status is it's a lot more visual now. So you can open a task and you can just by glancing at the workflow, you can see exactly where it's up to. Similar to the task list itself, we use a color coding system. So all of the subtasks that are done are now flagged in green. So with one view, you can have a look and you can see the majority of the tasks are done. Therefore, the workflow is in a really good state. We've also got a progress bar that from a glance, you can see exactly how far through the workflow the user is or the team.
Excellent. Thank you very much. It sounds like some exciting times for the users, and obviously another reason for if somebody's not enjoying their current practice management system, I guess it's another addition to or feather to your bow in terms of what else you can do for them. Is there any additional prices for new users for this product?
No, workflow is built in with Accountancy Manager. When new users sign up, they'll have access to workflow, and they can start creating their workflows from the moment that they sign up to Accountancy Manager, even while they're on the 30-day free trial.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. Is there anything else that you wanted to share?
I suppose I was just going to say it's difficult for us to accurately, I suppose, articulate the true functionality of this new feature. So we are going to be hosting a webinar to give a good overview about the development and what the feature now does. And we obviously inviting all of our AM users along to that, and you'll be seeing notices about that going out very shortly. And if you wanted to watch it on demand, it'll be available on our YouTube channel after we've posted it.
Brilliant. Well, I'll get that off you, and I'll add that into this video as well, so we've got that so that people can have a proper look at it afterwards. But I really appreciate your time, guys, for sharing this with our community, and really hope the launch goes well. As a friend of the community, it would be great to see everything going well for you, and we'll speak to you soon.
Thank you very much, Mark.
Cheers.
Cheers.